nang abuti ng kanan sa ulo at nayanig, hindi na tinigilan ng Pinoy ang pagbayo ng malalakas na suntok hanggang sa bumagsak na ang dating champion sa 7 beses na pagdepensa ni Luisito Espinosa ng kanyang WBC World Featherweight title. Lahat winasak ng Pinoy ang mga challenger, kaya sa sumunod na laban tinapatan si Luisito Espinosa ng mabigat ang 2-division world champion at Olympic gold medalist na si Kennedy McKinney.
Espinosa has won 2 of his last 3 by technical win. Headbutts have marred at least a half dozen Luisito Espinosa fights. Kennedy McKinney, for his part, would like to keep Espinosa at range where he can work behind his jab and try to set up his big right hand. Espinosa, a relatively slow starter, although there's a left hook that lands right away. Excuse me, Luisito, I didn't mean to offend you.
Very smart boxer. Likes to take a look at his opponent first, see what his opponent has to offer, then he throws his shots.
I think McKinney may be trying to set him up, trap him some way into throwing that left hook more often. He took that in a very calm way. It's his best punch, Espinosa. Blocked by McKinney.
That time, first one landed. This time McKinney had the right hand up to block it. Espinosa trying to get low and fire wide shots at the body.
They try to throw the shots at the body to set up the head shots, like he just did with that left hook.
Interesting matchup between a guy who wants to set up his right hand, McKinney, and a guy who wants to set up his left hook, Espinosa.
Espinosa's landing the right hand too, though.
McKinney with a right hand to the body and a left to the body, and he lands an uppercut, but Espinosa counters and drives Kennedy back, then turns around and pounds him against the ropes as Espinosa has stunned McKinney in the first round.
And that hook hurt McKinney bad. Yep. But he's weathering the storm pretty good.
And now Kennedy has tasted Espinosa's power, as we say.
Yeah, but this is very smart by Espinosa. He saw him throw a barrage of punches at McKinney, and he backed back and gathered himself once he saw that McKinney was back together.
So Espinosa showing you his vast experience. He's been a pro for 14 years. First professional fight on his 17th birthday. Down goes McKinney as a right hand followed by a left hook. Landed on the chin.
This has been more than a taste. Jim.
This has been a buffet.
McKinney bleeding from the mouth.
Espinosa left hook, trying to finish McKinney in the final seconds of round 1. Now the right hand lands. And a slow start in Kennedy McKinney trying to fight back as round 1 comes to a close.
All of those big punches are results of those big body shots early. You will see that Espinosa was throwing, made Kennedy forget about his head. And he set him up for the body shot through a head shot.
So big round for Espinosa to start. Landing 36 of 80 punches. 35 of those 36. Power shots. Those numbers come from CompuBox. Another left hook. And McKinney's going to have to get something going here or risk being flooded early by the power shots of Espinosa.
And right there, you saw how well Espinosa took Kennedy's right hand. It's because Espinosa's been a featherweight for a long time now.
And Kennedy moving up in weight. Oh, and that right hand has frozen McKinney, and this is over. Over. A blistering right cross by Luisito Espinosa, and Kennedy McKinney was a sitting duck along the ropes. He took 2 or 3 more shots before Dinkin got there to stop it.
You remember about 6 or 7 minutes ago, Jim, I said
And Roy, what a textbook job of setting up power shots to the head with hard punches to the body.
Yeah, that's what he started out doing. He started out throwing the wing and body shots first to make Kennedy let him get close enough to land those big head shots.
You know, McKinney has always visualized fights and been very good at thinking about what might happen in a fight with an opponent. And he kept visualizing the left hand of Espinosa, and he was just wide open for the right.
It was the right hand that got him, no question.
Which is why you never go into a fight looking for one punch to beat you.
You may be asking if he's too old 3 years from now or tonight.
And your answer?
It was tonight.
A sudden, stunning, second-round knockout of Kennedy McKinney by Luisito Espinosa. So cut and dried in his fighter meeting with us yesterday. He had a very clear and categorical picture of what he thought was going to happen in the fight. It was very convincing the way he described it to us. But Larry makes exactly the right point, because as McKinney tried to protect against the left hook, Espinosa blasted him out of there with right hands. So now the speculation turns to Luisito Espinosa versus Prince Nassim Hamed.
Big fight, good fight.
Can't imagine that the Prince's people are going to be desperately anxious to go ahead and make the fight off what they saw here, but if they do, give them credit for bravery. And Mark.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Marty Denkin waves off the count of 10 following the knockdown and calls a halt to this bout at 47 seconds of round number 2. The winner and still WBC featherweight champion of the world, Luisito Espinosa.
So Espinosa, having moved here to the United States, now living in San Francisco, in search of bigger and better economic opportunity toward what would appear to be the end of his boxing career coming up in the near future.
Hindi inaasahan ni Kennedy McKinney na ganun pala kabagsik ang mga kamao ni Espinosa. Akala niya nagbibiro lamang ang mga tinalo nito, pati ang referee tila natakot sa lakas na ipinamalas ng alias Lindol na si Luisito Espinosa. So yan po ang gusto kong i-share sa inyo ngayong araw sa mga kaibigan at kababayan natin dyan sa Pinas, mga boxing fans at sa mga tulad kong OFW saan man panig sa mundo. Kumusta po kayong lahat dyan? Kung nagustuhan niyo po itong aking video, paki-like at kung pwede, mag-subscribe na din po kayo. At para updated kayo sa aking mga video, pwede nyo i-click ang notification bell. Maraming salamat sa inyong panonood. Shout out kay Mr. Minandro Domingo ng KSA, kay Mr. Brando Makatangay ng KSA, kay Mr. Ricardo Bernaldo Jr., GI pa din ng Bahamas, kay Mr. Narciso Dupla, kay Miss Madam B at Bilma Reyes, kay Mr. Dong Tangloy Malyari, Jen Merdan Garcia ng Macau, Nerio Morcia, Billy Jubildad, Jan Maravillas at kay Mr. Edgar Balili. Maraming salamat po sa pagsuporta nyo sa aking channel.